Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome to our 21st day of our month of mods. Today we're talking about a mod that has just been recently released and is topping the charts in just about every fashion. This was an incredibly ambitious project and is finally being realized. And if you don't know what we're talking about yet, we're going to be talking about the Black Mesa mod, or Black Mesa Source as it's sometimes called, which is a complete remake of the original Half-Life, with, of course, the Source engine. But man, where do I even begin with this mod? How about I begin with the fact that you don't even need to own any of the previous Half-Life games to play this game. In fact, you don't need to own any game at all. If you don't have a Source engine game installed in your computer already, which I frankly find that hard to believe at this point, but if you don't, all that you need is the Source SDK base 2007, which is a free installation. And then once you've got that, just download the mod, for free of course, and you're ready to play a remake of what is arguably the best game of all time. And I know I keep stressing the free part, but that's because this is another one of those mods that I can't believe that I got this for no money. Because this mod is so unbelievably well done, so unbelievably professional, that I can't believe that this wasn't developed by Valve themselves and then charged for as a retail product. But I'm not going to talk too much about the story aspects of Half-Life themselves because those are pretty well known, and if you haven't had the chance to play Half-Life, then I don't really want to spoil anything for you. So I'll just talk about sort of the gameplay itself. And I want to say it's not a scene-for-scene remake of the first game. Some scenes have been reimagined or reinterpreted or added in, or completely remade, but using the benefits of the Source engine, which includes things like more detailed and, of course, more interactive environments. But it's the subtle touches that I really love and really draw me in. Things like after you beat something to death with your crowbar, it's covered in whatever color blood the thing that you happened to beat to death was. Or the improved facial animations and lip syncing. These things make what is already one of the most atmospheric and engrossing games that has ever existed that much more atmospheric and engrossing. But it's not just the subtle details which the developers have added in, but there are lots of things which are very much so at the forefront. Besides the most obvious detail that jumps out at you, which is vastly improved graphics, there are things like 2,000 custom models, 5,000 custom textures, 2,000 choreographed scenes, and over 6,500 lines of dialogue from all new voice actors. So playing through Black Mesa won't be the exact same experience as playing through Half-Life. So veteran players will get to experience new things, but I really want to stress that this is such a labor of love that those new things do absolutely nothing but add to the Half-Life experience and never take away from it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, Half-Life is one of those games that has a special place in my heart. And I think that's the same for a lot of us. It's the game that really put PC gaming on the map for me, as well, it was one of the first games I ever played. I'll always remember the first time I ever actually played Half-Life was at some sort of computer kiosk at Costco, and I was there with my dad and we were both absolutely blown away with this game. But what actually drove my dad to let us take this game home, and by us I mean me, was the fact that you had to reload your guns realistically after your clip was empty. And I know that seems like such a mundane thing now, but the previous first-person shooters we've been playing were things like Doom and Duke Nukem 3D, and you didn't need to reload your gun in those games. I remember in Duke 3D, when you would shoot enough rounds, Duke would automatically reload his pistol, but he would do it really fast and you never had any control over it. But what Half-Life brought was something completely different, and it blew us away at the time. And that's something to say that it was the first-person shooter at the time that I recall having a really good and engrossing story, killer level design and pacing, but I really don't need to sell the merits of Half-Life to you guys. And, by extension, I don't really need to sell the merits of this mod, making it an extremely easy mod to review and an extremely easy mod to recommend. And if there's any of you out there who haven't played Half-Life yet, then you have no more excuse. you now have a completely faithful, remastered, and free version of this legendary game. So as soon as this video is done, go and click on that link in the description and download Black Mesa. And you can finally know why everybody thinks so highly of this game. So, I hope you enjoyed this look at Black Mesa, and join us again tomorrow for another fantastic mod. This has been Joseph Bizarano signing off for now, and I'll see you guys next time.